Let's kick things off with a quote from this week's star, a guy we all thought had retired ages ago. "We are soldiers. Our only loyalty is to the mission." Of course, Snake says this, right before realizing the mission is a glorified death trap. Good evening, folks. Life only has a few certainties: birth, death, and every Monday around 10 p.m., part 3 of our weekly news segment, What's New with the News? Got your controllers ready? Let's roll. First up, the launch trailer for one of the most anticipated remakes of the year, Metal Gear Solid Delta: Snake Eater. Speaking of remakes, Nihon Falcom dropped a surprise with a new trailer for Trails in the Sky First Chapter. Switching genres, Bleach. Rebirth of Souls adds another heavy hitter to the roster, none other than Unohana Retsu, the real Kenpachi. And for arcade lovers, we've got something tied to one of the most over-the-top movie franchises ever, Fast and Furious. Arcade. In short, it's a buffet of chaos. And YouTube, what about you? Looks like the Nintendo Switch 2 is still on its quest to remake every game known to mankind. Will they succeed? Well, Sony, Microsoft, and the rest of the industry titans might have something to say about that. Anyway, we're just rambling. Go ahead and start the video. Let's start with something for the kids. And the grown-ups who pretend it's for the kids. Kirby's back on Switch 2, now with new mouthful modes like Spring and Sign, because inhaling random objects is still peak gameplay. There's a new story called Star-Crossed World, which sounds epic, but probably involves saving the world with a giggle. Already own the game? Great, now pay $20 to own it slightly more. Thanks, Nintendo. Still in the for kids but secretly for parents category, Nintendo resurrected emotional vacuum bot Chibi Robo for Switch 2 because cleaning up family drama and talking toys never goes out of style. Starting August 21st, you can collect happy points and moolah while surviving a frog-speaking daughter. All this, of course, behind a paywall because nostalgia isn't free.
私はライザリン・シュタウト、通称はライザ。なんてことない農家の娘で。
How about 3 games in one neat little bundle? Ryza's back in a deluxe trilogy pack with new characters, side episodes, and customizable combat because alchemy is apparently infinite. Launching November 13th, digitally of course, because physical boxes are so last century. If you played all 3 already, get ready to pay again for the same thing, but with better hair. Bring on the cats and the cuteness. Nekapara reinvented itself with more cats, more drama, and more resolution, because clearly what we needed was feline ears in full HD. Between remasters, spin-offs, and DLCs turned full games, the series multiplies like, well, cats. And yes, it's available in 4 languages, so no one escapes the Neko charm. Rhythm and combat, a chaotic cocktail. Ratatan finally hits early access on September 19th after a delay caused by players who didn't know where to click. Devs decided to make things more friendly because rhythm plus roguelike plus action wasn't confusing enough. Promises updates, compatibility with anything that blinks, and fun, eventually.
Here I go! Take that! I'll wrap this up.
Back to classic 2D with guardians, dungeons, and magical gear. Tawa and her 8 magical buddies are here to save a village from a villain named Magatsu, which sounds like a cursed spell. The game mixes roguelite, sacred swords, magic staffs, and crafting, because why not? There's already a demo, and if you like picking guardians like Pokemon teams, this one's for you. For the speed demons and arcade nostalgics, Fast and Furious. Arcade is ditching the arcade cabinet for your living room with frantic races, licensed cars, and split-screen chaos to ruin friendships the old-fashioned way. The Enhanced Edition drops October 24th, proving that speed and nostalgia still sell, now with secret shortcuts and DIY tuning.
みんな行くわよ。はあ、旋風。これで晴れて、私たちもギルドの一員よ。
One of the week's heavy hitters. JRPG lovers, brace yourselves. Falcom gave Trails in the Sky a full 3D makeover, and now everything shines, including the tears of longtime fans. The remake lands September 19th and promises to move both veterans and newcomers who still think JRPG is a type of soda. It's a pixelated hug wrapped in nostalgia.
Now then, to battle. Are you ready? I'm quite strong, you know.
Of course, we couldn't skip the title that's been the segment's diva for ages. Bleach. Rebirth of Souls is turning Bankai into DLC with Unohana, the real Kenpachi, joining the party. Early access? Only if you paid extra. The game mixes arena battles, 9 health bars, because one is for amateurs, and deluxe editions full of crystals and costumes. The story goes up to the Arankar arc, but surviving the spiritual marketing is the real challenge.
なぜ亡命を？
亡命ではない。
And finally, the most anticipated release of the summer. Konami brought Snake back without Kojima, which is like making sushi without fish. But hey, the Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater trailer delivers high-def nostalgia. It launched August 28th and tries to prove the saga still breathes, even without its creator. If the final scene with the boss doesn't make you cry, you might be a robot, like me. And let's wrap things up with a quote from the universe behind today's biggest headline. I'll give you a head injury if you don't shut up. Estelle Bright, ladies and gentlemen, nothing says sibling love like mild violence and a threat with charm. So, what stood out to you the most? Obviously, the big news this week was the fresh footage from the Trails in the Sky remake, reigniting our collective JRPG obsession. Speaking of remakes, Metal Gear Solid Delta, Snake Eater also showed up to remind us that drama still sells, even without Kojima. As long as that final boss fight keeps the emotional trauma intact, we're good. We also got a treat for speed junkies and arcade fans, and yes, we didn't forget the younger crowd. Kirby and a suspicious number of cats made their fluffy return. On the more serious side, Captain Unohana joins the star-studded cast of Bleach, Rebirth of Souls, and for the alchemy lovers, the Atelier Ryza trilogy bundle is here to tempt your wallet. Grab it while it's hot. And now the channel motto: comment, like bell, subscribe to the damn channel. Have a fantastic week, drop your thoughts below, feedback is life. Turn on those notifications so you don't miss a thing. Thank you for the support, stay happy, and see you in the next video.